welcome back. Thank you for joining me. We've got loads going on. We'll start by doing some updates with some of my stuff. Then we'll go over to Jonathan and Tim. Loads going on. In Morocco, I've got 3 ships shelling one of Morocco's troops. I've already taken out an armoured vehicle. Don't know what it was in the end because it didn't reveal itself. This is a rogue state, and very interestingly, I don't know if you guys have ever seen rogue state transporting their units at sea, but I did, and I shot down their boat with my frigates, and that was an easy win.
Seen that.
You haven't?
No.
I think I just caught him.
No.
Just got lucky. So Morocco's coming on. I've got all this now, and I've had some good luck with my boats. They'll have taken out 3 units by the time this one's gone, and there's a radar contact in Casablanca. That's rogue state. And then Morocco's last city down here, will be yet to find out what's there, and maybe I'll take out Spain, and then I'll be in a good position to move into is it Algeria here? Yeah, Algeria next door. And here I've got a really good foothold in Tunisia, and move some ships into position. I've got a destroyer, a frigate, and 2 corvettes, and just sort of hanging there to aid the attack against Tripoli when I get going. This guy's been land grabbing, and I'm just moving as many people into Tunis as possible. I've got a tank and a rocket launcher there already, and I'm just waiting for these units. So we've got motorised and a combat recon, and then we've got a motorised, and then we've got a mechanised, and then behind these guys we've got 2 mechanised. So I'm bringing in full reinforcements and support to then flush through Libya, and they're all coastal, so we're going to have the ships supporting them in their attacks. That's going to be really nice. Also a little micro war going on here. This island, Valletta, has held out under Italy, so I'm just shelling it with the corvette because there was a rogue state there. I may have killed it by now, and I'll send someone over there to take it. That might be bringing down the morale of Palermo, you see, because they're still on 28%, 18% chance of insurgency, and I've got a motorised and a combat recon, and I've got I'm sending a rocket launcher there, it looks like. Oh, that'll be good. Okay. Then if we have a look over at Serbia, I've managed to get rid of these troops from these towns, and they're going to hold. But as you go further down, there's still a small chance of insurgency, and I had moved off Podgorica, or whatever it's called, but had to move back, so it gained a chance of insurgency. 3% there. Insurgency is 10% at Tirana. Then if we go down here to Larissa and Athens, 17%, so that's coming down, and Larissa 14%. So I'm just carving off troops. Main battle tank, sending him over to Tunis. Same with this other one, a mechanised over to Tunis. So before the day is out, I'll have a whole load of troops in Tunis, and I'll go into Nalut first. They've got a hospital there. I haven't seen any radar contacts except for maybe Tripoli, so we'll probably reveal more as we go through there. Big old load of land to take there. And same with Tangier. I've got reinforcements coming in, so I've got a mobile SAM launcher going into Fez from Jonathan, and we've got a mechanised and a motorised infantry. And then I've moved my stack of planes over there. I've got 4 strike fighters and an air superiority. So loads and loads going on, and I'm using the airports, and I'm flying people into the front lines where I can, into Madrid and places like that. And then the last bit of update from me before we go on to Jonathan and Tim for a combat update from them, because they've got a lot going on. I'm building airports, so I'm building an airport in Tangier and Barcelona and Tunis. I think maybe one more. Marseille. So in the middle up here. There it is. And that's actually going to be operational now, because it's you just need 40% effective, 40% complete until it's operational. So I think actually all those airports are operational now. So I'll be able to fly troops in between combat zones and back to defensive positions pretty quickly. So that's really, really nice. So it's all shaping up really nicely in terms of infrastructure, and now I'm just coordinating on 2 fronts, here in Tunis against Libya, and here in Morocco to then flood into Algeria and join up all that land. And over to Jonathan.
Hello, yes, I've moved into Turkey, and he's had a few troops dotted about, but not that much, so I'm like half an hour away from taking his capital with my stack, including a couple of SAMs, a couple of anti-air, and my infantry officer. I've also taken Sevastopol on the east, which will be quite an interesting location for moving into Samsun if I need to. The Black Sea is a good one to control. And I'm just getting ready to take back some of these cities from Rogue State and Ukraine and see if Russia's floating about in any of these cities.
There's a lot of contacts there, isn't there, in the Ukraine? The radar.
Yeah, I think yes, all of the Ukrainian troops got kind of pushed east, so I'm a bit wary of that. But there won't be any anti-air there, so I'll just have to pick them off one by one. Yeah, I'm building my first special forces. So he'll be ready to go to the front line tomorrow. And yeah, I'm just gradually moving up my anti-air and my radar into the front lines in Sweden. And I've sent another anti-air down to you in Tunis.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, so you've got AA support going against Tallinn, supporting Tim's troops. Tim, what's going on in the north?
So I took a little bit of land last night around Malmo, just to try and help that get out of risk of going rogue. Hopefully tonight, so I can sort of move my troops on to another city. I think I had some more Swedish troops coming down from somewhere like Orebro, which I killed with my strikes. I think Jonathan helped with that as well. And then I've moved one of my ship stacks up to Stockholm this afternoon. He had a couple of subs sitting outside it, so I've destroyed those. Took a little bit of damage, so I split off one of my frigates to stop losing a frigate in the fight. And now, yeah, just attacking some recon division on Stockholm. So once that's cleared out, I'll probably move the troops up from Malmo to Stockholm next.
Okay, yeah, we can see the radar contact on Stockholm, so you can see what that actually is, can you?
Yeah. And then we've got some troops coming down from Oslo as well, which is a little bit random, but just about to attack those with my strikes.
Oslo, so that ring, there we go. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can see the contact.
Yeah, so...
And your strike fight is going in 4 minutes. Oh, you'll have to let us know what happens then. Just interrupt and say I've got a result.
Sure.
Yeah.
They'll be in range of the boats fairly soon as well.
Very nice. Oh, you've got loads of ships. 2 destroyers, 2 frigates there. You've got basically... Yeah, 2 big stacks, and then you've got a couple of individual units hanging around. Nice coverage of your aeroplanes. What are they called? Naval patrol aircraft?
Yeah, I've moved the subs because I'm not particularly worried about Norway and Sweden anymore in terms of their sort of naval threat. So I've moved the subs out to our west coast now, just to guard the channel, and then I've moved my naval recon into that sort of coastline around Nantes and Bordeaux as well. Just get some vision out that side.
Very nice. And I've got the lines on, and you can see where you have to travel through to get to certain places. So you're covering some really key areas on
pretty much
on that coast, protecting France and the UK. And I mean, just to show you where Brazil is, if we look across the pond, there they are. So they could come along these lines to come into Africa. And so if they keep going up here, you can see where you can put vehicles. Subs or boats to spot them. Really gives you an early warning system. So 1, 2, 3. I'm showing on my map would just would cut our entire zone off, including the Mediterranean. So that's looking good. What sort of stuff are you building to reinforce your Sweden incursion?
I'm just building up a new stack of ships. So I've got one destroyer, building a second destroyer at the moment, and then probably finish that off with another destroyer and a couple of frigates, make another stack of 5. But to be honest, my sort of troop production has really slowed down the last couple of days. I've really been struggling for components and electronics. So
yeah.
Probably next couple of days is going to be maxing out the arms industries. Try and get that as good as it can be.
You can take Kharkiv if you want.
Where's that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ukraine's capital. Well, what is their capital now? Yeah, help me out with some of those troops. And then we saying you want to take some of Russia's cities, or you're not going to bother with that until later?
Yeah. I probably will. Once I've taken Tallinn, I'll probably take these troops around to St. Petersburg and then into Finland.
Right. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But I'll sort of I'll judge how much resistance I get. I think if I have the majority of my troops going through Sweden, he'll probably focus the majority of his troops around there as well. So it might be a sort of free passage through Finland. Yeah.
Yeah, that will take a while as well to get all the way through Lelea and Bulu.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. What are you building and what are you researching, Jonathan?
Nearly got a level 5 hospital in Warsaw. Just one special forces, motorized, a couple of mobile anti-air, and another strike and an air superiority. So I'll nearly have 10 strike fighters and 5 air superiority. So yeah.
Wow.
That'll be really good. And I'm researching an upgrade to the special forces and the airborne officer.
Oh yeah, to add to one of your stacks. That'll make them very powerful.
Yes, yeah. Though they'll need a few upgrades before they're really doing what I want them to do. And I'm not actually a high enough level yet. I want to be level 25 to get the upgrade that I need, and I'm only level 22. So it might not be possible this game. I'm going to have to see if I can get some easy XP to level up.
Yeah. Okay. I've got I've got the most rare materials I've ever had. Nearly 4,000, but because I've been waiting to build up enough supplies to be able to research something. I've actually researched the 4th level of mechanized infantry, and the stats are insane. They're 6 against troops, 8 against tanks for attack, but the defense is 7.5 against troops, 10 against tanks, and then it's got a little bit of aircraft defense. So that's really coming on. I'd quite like to get the rocket launcher upgrade because it will. I'm building a few of them now, and it just gives me more range, basically 85 range. I need 2,000 supplies. I've got 1,400 supplies, and nothing's coming on the market. If we have a look, there's no supplies, no components, no rare materials, but everyone's trying to get rid of petrol and chips, electronics, because they can make a lot of money. I guess some players don't have a huge need for electronics, but yeah, just wanting more components and more supplies all the time, really. So I'm building as much as I can. I've I took a bit of a priority building those 3 airports over building any troops, so I've just got 1 mechanised infantry on the go now. But I do have an arms industry in Strasbourg being built, level 4. Probably keep on with the arms industries and just keep trying to build as many troops as I can. Overnight will give me a glut of resources, so set some things to build in the morning. But pretty happy with how I'm now replenishing the front lines with troops from everywhere else, and looking forward to when I can completely almost abandon Serbia and just leave some caretaking troops there.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh,
Nowhere to be seen.
nice. Okay, so you've taken him out. Oh, we can see the contact. So you've hit. Oh, it's a Norway troop
Yeah.
that we can see on the radar.
Yeah, the kill count didn't go up on the strikes, so whatever's there is still. Well, yeah, it survived. Just to finish it off with the ships, probably another strike attack.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you've done your strike. You probably killed one of them off, and there's another one there still.
Yeah.
And you're 3 hours 10 minutes away from Tallinn, so that'll be very interesting to see what's there. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything there. Do you think he's retreated?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's retreated. When I got pretty close a couple of days ago, I saw some naval radar contacts, so I think he was like just sending troops back over to Helsinki.
Transport
He
ship.
was just fully retreating.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you've taken a good old chunk of land there in the northeast. Northeast of Poland, where Poland is. So that's good. That's helping your overall count, your supplies. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how taking over Africa will go. One thing I don't think we've mentioned or seen is that South Africa down here. Who is it? The Angola has spread quite far. In fact, I think. Oh no, Mozambique is still there. You just can't quite see the border. Angola. No, Angola has pushed into Mozambique. Ah. So I think Angola is still active, and they're huge. They're the whole tip of Africa. They could be a serious contender. So Mozambique have 2 cities left. 3. And Angola's pushing right up. So it looks like I'll meet them at some point in the middle. They're making good progress, and if we have a look at Mongolia, they're just supersizing. They're massive. They've taken over Afghanistan and they're spreading. They'll probably take Pakistan as well, I imagine, and maybe then go into Iran and Kashmir. And so we've got 2 big players emerging, one in Africa and then one out of into the Middle East. We don't really know what Russia and China are doing. We know that Mexico was spreading north, but they don't seem to have done much else. And Brazil looks like they're continuing the takeover. They're going into Chile. And Peru looks like they're leaving Bolivia. So we've got 3 big active players that we're going to have an almighty clash with. And I'll just have a look at the coalition that we've been fighting and see where it is. So the Mustache, they've got 4 members still. Serbia, Syria, Myanmar and Turkey. Okay, they've swapped Mali for Myanmar now. And if I remember correctly, Myanmar, where are they? They're somewhere...
South China. And
there we go, yeah, well done. Oh yeah, I was going to mention them. They do look like they're taking over China. So they're the green. So we'll see what happens to them, because they've got quite a few cities and they are going into Vietnam. They might come into conflict with the Philippines, who have all these islands and doing very well. They managed to take over Japan. And who are these guys? Vietnam. So an interesting coalition there. Okay, Well, that covers the world, and we've had a look at an update at the coalition. They're still together. It'll be interesting to see what happens in Turkey. But we'll soon... Well, your incursion into the Middle East has started, and I'm cracking on into Africa, so that's a big one. We're going to start to spread ourselves really thin now. So that'll be a real test. And you're cracking on with Norway and Sweden, Tim. So we're expanding out into some quite vast new zones. What are your thoughts on strategy moving forward?
I reckon it's probably going to take me about a week to 10 days to take all of Sweden and Norway. Once I've got my coast slightly better covered, I'll probably send all of the rest of the troops that are currently on my home cities into Sweden as well, just to help grab the land quicker.
Oh yeah, you've got a big stack of troops on Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And a couple on Aberdeen. You've got a fair few troops at home, 2 on London, and then 1 on Plymouth, 1 on Glasgow.
Yeah, I'm going to get them all moving in.
Okay, yeah, that'll give you a good boost. There's a lot of land to be taken in Norway, Sweden. A lot of land, take quite a while.
Yeah, it is going to take a while.
And then if you go into Russia, that'll take even longer. I think quite fast units are tanks on land. Do you think you'd get any tanks, or are you just going to stick with your troops?
I think for now I'm probably just going to stick with infantry and kind of use strike fighters and ships to sort of do the majority of the legwork with killing troops, and then just occupy the land. Just slightly cheaper way of doing it.
Yeah, no, that sounds cool. Jonathan, when you're done with Turkey, where are you going after that?
I'll see if I can link up my troops around like the east side of Turkey, and I guess I'll just get ready probably at Adana to just take all of Syria.
Okay, you're going to go down there.
Yeah. Because as soon as I've taken Turkey, I'll be right against his home cities again, so he's not going to be in a good position.
Yeah, no, that's good. So we'll meet up at the... what is this? It's a canal, isn't it? Where Gaza and Port Said is it like the Suez Canal or something, or do you know what I mean?
It's the Red Sea down there, isn't it?
So...
that's a good one to take. Yeah, who knows? You may have taken all of Libya by then, and we'll meet up in Israel.
Yeah, I'll go for taking out Egypt as well, and Israel. Yeah. Oh yeah. See who takes the middle.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you're more pushing like south as well as southeast.
I'll take the north, and then I'll push south. So I'll Libya and Morocco first, and then meet them into Algeria. And while taking Libya, I might just bunch into Egypt, and then I'll be pushing south. Not sure yet what the strategy will be. Whether I probably leave Mali as a bit of a buffer against Brazil. But I'm going to have to be quite defensive. It's not going to be plain sailing from now on. I'm going to have to be very guarded against Mali, because they might want to attack, especially if Brazil's coming.
And you're just going to need lots of troops to fill up these cities too.
Lots of troops, yeah. I'm just going to try and build as many mechanized as I can and keep pushing the reinforcements forward. And I'll only be able to go as fast as I can make the troops. And while I'm taking over each country and I'm keeping troops on the cities to stop them going rogue, that's when I'm going to be at the most vulnerable and spread out. So that's going to be a real danger zone when I start to go into all these different countries. I'm going to be really thinly spread, and then there'll be after I've taken them all over and I can be sure they're not going rogue, there'll be a phase of consolidation before the next push forward. So it looks like that's a really interesting kind of view of the game where you push forward, there's a time of consolidation, and then pushing forward again in phases. So kind of a phased approach to attack that I hadn't quite reflected on before. So any other thoughts?
Good. No.
We good. We're making good progress as an alliance, and we're working well together. I guess one last thought is: would you be interested, when I get a spare rocket launcher? Would you be interested in a rocket launcher, Jonathan?
Oh yeah, cool. Go and sit one on Ankara, I guess. That'll be quite a good place to just gather some troops to collect them.
Sit it where?
Ankara, the centre of Turkey. The capital that they're about to lose.
Oh yeah. Your big stack's hiding the name. Okay, so you'd like a rocket launcher there at some point. I'll see if I can build one in the next day and send it over, because I've got one on each of my front lines now, so I can probably spare one to send over.
And then once that's defended enough, like if you can sit that in Adana, that can reach a lot of different cities, and then as soon as that can move into like Beirut, then that can hit even more cities.
So Adana, and then Beirut down there. Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah. Or even maybe like if you've got the range fully upgraded, like Limassol would be such a great location to take and hold. Just sit some artillery on there. You'd even be able to defend against boats going into the Suez Canal.
Yeah, and I do want to build some naval infantry actually, which I can research now. Naval can take islands that don't have harbours, can't they?
Yeah, Limassol does have a harbour though, and so does.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because they're Greece's two of their starter home cities, but there's loads of like little islands that you can just help take.
Yeah, there's the Greek islands here, and there's these two by Italy, and then this one by Spain. So there's a few that I want to build some naval troops. I'll do that. I'll build the naval infantry, and they can mop up these little annoying islands. So
same in Finland and Sweden as well. There's quite a few little islands.
Cool. I can. Okay. You can direct me, and I'll just send them on. I'll just send them on like a 2-week waypoint mission, and then forget about them.
Yeah.
And then by the time we finish the game, we'll have conquered them and never known it. Okay. Well, plenty going to happen before now and the next episode tomorrow. This goes out live and direct. So normally I'll get to upload them about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour after we've finished playing. That's the time it takes to upload to the tube. So I'll have taken Morocco hopefully by tomorrow, and may even have started an incursion into Nalut and then Tripoli as well. And who knows, I might have a rocket launcher built and on the way to Jonathan, but it might still be getting built. And Jonathan, your progress in Turkey will be very interesting, and to your incursion into Sweden, Tim, and Norway. So okay, great. Well, I think we can call it a day there, and so it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from them.
See ya.
What's up?
Over and out.